Hello my angling friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your resident fishing expert, and today we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a truly pivotal day in the UK angling calendar, Friday, the 19th of September 2025. This isn't just any day, it's a true autumnal crossroads promising a mix of challenges and incredible opportunities across Great Britain's diverse waters. Stick with me because I'll be sharing some insights that could make all the difference to your catch, helping you understand why the fish will be where they are and what they'll be biting on. The conditions are certainly interesting for this Friday, and we're looking at a day where the fish are really starting to bulk up for the winter ahead. Let's talk tactics for some of our favorite species. First up, the magnificent trout. Whether it's brown or rainbow, September is still prime time for these beauties, especially in our chalk streams and clear rivers. They're feeding aggressively right now, packing on weight before the colder months truly set in. You'll want to target them in deeper pools, behind natural cover, and along drop-offs where they can ambush prey. With the slightly unsettled weather, they might be hugging the bottom a bit more. My tip: try small nymphs fished deep, or if you catch a lull in the rain, a well-presented dry fly during a hatch can still work wonders. For spinning, smaller spinners or minnow imitations are often very effective. Focus on those areas with good oxygenation and food sources where the water temperature is still within their comfort zone, around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. Next, we have the freshwater predator king, the pike. This is when pike fishing really starts to pick up across our lakes and slow-moving rivers. They are at their fattest and most impressive, needing to feed heavily. Look for them holding in weed beds that are starting to thin out near submerged features like fallen trees or along the edges of deeper channels. Lures are fantastic for pike. Think medium-sized spinners, jerkbaits, or soft plastics in natural baitfish colors. Dead baits like a small mackerel or sardine fished on a legger rig can also be incredibly effective, especially as the water cools. Present your bait near cover but in slightly deeper water, allowing them to conserve energy while waiting for an easy meal. For our coastal adventurers, sea bass are still very much on the menu, though they're starting to get a bit more spread out as autumn progresses. This Friday, with some unsettled weather and potentially stronger winds, targeting base in estuaries, rocky coastlines, and around structure where currents create food traps can be very productive. An evening session especially could yield some great results. Use surface lures early or late in the day, or switch to shallow diving hard lures and soft plastics when the fish are deeper. Natural baits like ragworm, lugworm, or even sand eels can also be deadly. Pay attention to the tides. The waning crescent moon brings with it a low ocean tide, which can be an advantage for identifying good base holding areas along the exposed features. Now let's break down the conditions. For Friday, the 19th of September 2025, we're expecting daytime temperatures across much of the UK to hover around a mild 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit, potentially dropping to 8 degrees Celsius or 46 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. This slight chill signals to the fish that winter is approaching, triggering that aggressive feeding response. We're looking at an unsettled day with light rain likely at various points, and a 45% chance of precipitation during the day. Wind will be a factor, with moderate to strong gusts expected, which can certainly stir up the water and affect your presentation. Atmospheric pressure will likely be fluctuating or on the lower side, which can make some fish a little finicky, pushing them into deeper, more stable water columns. Water temperature in our lakes and rivers will generally be around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius or 61 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. This is still relatively warm from the summer, but with a definite cooling trend, which is a perfect trigger for many species to feed actively. As for the moon phase, we'll be under a waning crescent on the 19th of September. The moon will be only about 6 to 7% illuminated and getting smaller, just a couple of days before the new moon. While some anglers believe the waning crescent can mean slower fishing for certain species, the lead-up to the new moon is often associated with increased nocturnal activity for predators. The low tide accompanying this phase can be beneficial for sea anglers, as it exposes more of the seabed and reveals potential feeding grounds. Overall fish activity this Friday will be a fascinating mix. It's that unique time in the UK when we still have some active summer species, while the colder water fish like autumn cod and whiting are starting to make their appearance. The general mood among the fish population will be one of pre-winter gorging. So what's my assessment for Friday, the 19th of September? I'd say the overall fishing will be fickle but rewarding. The unsettled weather with its rain and winds might make conditions challenging, but the underlying urge of the fish to feed before winter means that if you adapt your tactics and find them, the rewards could be excellent. So my friends, don't let a little rain or wind put you off. Get out there, embrace the challenge, and remember, a day fishing is always better than a day at work. I wish you all the best, tight lines, and as we say, ni chvosta, ni cheshwi. If you enjoyed this forecast, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. And tell me in the comments below, what are your top autumn fishing targets in the UK? What's your secret weapon for those fickle days? Share your wisdom and let's build this amazing community together. See you on the water.